Hey everybody, good morning. It's Jonathan from Unmask Our Kids CT and the Connecticut Liberty Rally. I wanted to give you an update about what's going on, what's important this week. So next week, Monday, state House of Reps. Tuesday, the state Senate is having its special session. One of the things they're gonna be voting on is the state of emergency renewal. The state of emergency renewal is responsible for all the executive orders, responsible for the mask mandates, responsible for the vaccine mandates, because it's giving Governor Lamont emergency powers to make these mandates. And one way to end this, the easiest way to end this, is for the legislature to say enough's enough, it's over, stop, and vote no on the renewal of the state of emergency on Monday and Tuesday of next week. So there's been lists floating around of all the emails for all the Democratic state legislators, because all the Republicans are all saying they're unified and voting no. So we only have to focus on emailing and contacting the Democratic legislators. So if you can contact all of them, you can copy and paste that list into the BCC field of any email and type an email. Tell them why you want the state of emergency to end. Tell them why you want the mask mandates to end. Tell them why you don't want a vaccine mandate at your job and a vaccine passport, and why you think the state of emergency should be over. That's all you got to do. It doesn't have to be. It can be super scientific, super statistical. It can be just anecdotal of, hey, this is why I think this way. This is my experience with my children at my job. Like, it doesn't have to be a super elaborate thing, but it just needs to be consistent and you're actually doing it. So please do that this week. Email and call your state legislators, letters to their editor. Calling in at radio stations is another great way to get the word out on what's going on. So if you tell other people to contact your legislators and call and write an email, that's what's going on with that. So Sunday is a big date. It's the Connecticut Liberty Music Fest. It's free. It's a completely free concert that's happening in Meriden at Hubbard Park. It's an event I organized. Been working on this for a while. We have 3 live bands. It just so happened that Joe Jurgensen, the 2020 presidential candidate for the Libertarian Party, happened to be able to fly in. So that's great. But we also have all the freedom organizations that were out last week, like Teachers for Choice, CT Workers for Freedom, We the Patriots USA, Unmask Our Kids CT. All those great groups are going to be there again, tabling, exhibiting, connecting people with other groups that are around the state. So there'll be bands playing throughout the day. There'll be speakers in between the band sets. There'll be some food trucks coming down. I believe there's some hot dog and hamburger grilling. There's an ice cream truck. There's kettle corn. There's so we don't have like the most. We have a couple of food trucks coming. It's going to be bring a lawn sign. Not bring a lawn sign. There's going to be lawn signs. I'm giving out 300 lawn signs for Unmask Our Kids CT at the Unmask Our Kids CT table. I was gonna say, bring a lawn chair, or bring a blanket, hang out. The bathrooms are open. There's playground for kids. It's actually looking like it's gonna be 73 and sunny and nice on Sunday. So it's gonna be awesome. So, and also, I mean, if you ever even driven up to the top of the castle, where Castle Craig is on Meriden Mountain, I mean, even that auto road is open, which is another fun excursion. There's a duck pond. So it's a cool park. It's gonna be a really beautiful day. It's a family-friendly event. There's some bands playing original music, some bands are playing cover music, and there's going to be Dr. Meriden Lewis here from Connecticut, great freedom advocate, speaker, pastor. Looking forward to having him. Joe Jurgensen, as I mentioned, 2020 Libertarian presidential candidate. Larry Sharp is running for governor from New York. Kate Corrigan, a lot of people know, freedom activist who's been fighting hard for religious exemptions and helping other people across the region, even across the country, get religious exemptions. She's coming in from Boston to speak. I'll be speaking. Freedom group leaders are going to be introducing their groups in brief segments, tell people about what else is going on. So that's Sunday. That's all on Sunday. CT Liberty Music Fest. It's ctlibertyfest.com. Check out what's going on. Come out on Sunday at 12 to 5. This is a protest. We're going to it is a rally. But it's just a peaceful, family-friendly day and the music in the park. But if hundreds and hundreds or if thousands of people come out and listen to some music and are gathered under the banner of liberty, it's a way of us gathering and sending a message peacefully in a different format. So that's happening on Sunday. I'm sure, hopefully the press will even cover that as well. Big news on Monday. So I know it still seems uncertain, but a state representative specifically told me that Monday is a special session for the House of Reps. And I know Tuesday is already on the calendar for the state Senate. But so it's they have 5 days to announce it publicly. So maybe today or tomorrow, I think that the Monday session will come into play. So, I'm operating as if state representative who booked a plane flight home from their vacation this week on Monday to be here knows what they're talking about. I mean, it may be subject to change, but he, was like, I got to be back because I'm going to be there on Monday morning. The special session will start at 12:30, he said. So we're going out there at 9 a.m. on Monday morning. We're going to the state capitol. You can get there even earlier, like 7:30, 8. We can go hang out outside the LOB parking lot for a couple hours while they're arriving to office for the day, and go park out there with some protest signs. And then let's go make some noise when the special session gets gavelled in, if that's 11 a.m. or if that's even at 12:30. The idea is that we would maybe be able to get portalets. So, making a donation to www to us, to Unmask Our Kids at Connecticut Liberty Rally. UOKCT.com has been the same donation portal that gets donated to the Libertarian Party of Connecticut, but they've allocated all those funds to go straight to these projects like billboards, commercials, being a sponsor of some of these festivals and events like this. And like a way we can do that, somebody else brought the PA, somebody else brought whatever. We like last rally, we paid for the portalets. So we can do the same thing this week. So we have some portalets working on. I have a PA system, maybe working on getting a better one. And then just during the vote and during the debate, making noise and being out there at the very least, standing for freedom and choice and reasserting everything that we've been saying and we're doing. So we're going to be that on Monday. So you can ctliberty.org is the main website for the Connecticut Liberty Rally. So ctliberty.org is a good website to know. So if you go to ctliberty.org/events or click on the events tab, that's where I post all the events that I'm usually initiating or part of. So let's see, Sundays Music Fest is on there. Mondays Vote No Rally is what we're calling it. Vote No Rally is on there, so please share that flyer as well. We even have Wednesday Playgroup that we've been doing for over a year, almost a year and a half now. So if anything else that gets posted, it'll be on there. So I'll just say one other thing, for one other update. I've been working diligently to finish this commercial that got filmed. It's like pretty amazing what we've captured and what we created. So kudos to those that helped and created this with us. But so that's great. And there's actually already a budget to spend $3,000 to put the commercials on Fox. I mean, miraculously, a friend of a friend, offered to give us free ads that they had bonus ads. They're an advertiser on a particular, they're actually on Comcast, on cable. They buy a lot of ads, and they had free ads, bonus ads that they were allotted that they're going to give us. And we also might be talking to another news station, local news, to get another media buy. So there's going to be commercials probably starting tomorrow on Wednesday, and they'll be scheduled at specific times, being political ads. So I'll have an exact schedule of when to tune in to Fox News to hear the Unmask Our Kids CT ads on TV. Also, we're going to drop it on YouTube and drop it across social media. So we're hoping when you see it, you'll share it and it'll go viral. And we'll get thousands and thousands of free impressions by people sharing the really great Unmask Our Kids CT commercial. It starts off with Dear Governor Lamont. And it has children saying that, and has children saying their reasons why they don't like masks, the effects of masks on them personally, and wraps up with end the mask mandates, end the state of emergency. Go to stoplamont.com to take action. And so it's going to be a really powerful, great video. I think it's going to turn a lot of heads kind of thing when people see it. So to support the commercial going on air, I'm really blessed that somebody has stepped up in a big way to help, who has like really good connections with like media outlets for purchasing billboards and purchasing commercials. And so he's getting us good rates. He's got contacts. He's calling people right up and they're returning our calls. We have money too, which is great. And the reason why and that makes us be able to actually like go and do it and spend it and make it happen. I mean, $1,000 to film a commercial is actually really cheap, like half off or more than half off, really, So we're getting good deals, and we have good partners. So spending on Unmask Our Kids CT commercials and more billboards. We're putting up a billboard in Hartford on another billboard in Hartford on this week, because we want it to be like right there when the people are driving in, as close as we can get to the Capitol. So it'll be up there when the legislators are going back to work next week. It's going to be up, I think, in the next day or two, maybe tomorrow or Thursday. So anyway, point being, donations to UOKCT.com. The more funding we have available, the more I can keep making moves like this as people like, hey, let's do a billboard. We got tons of billboards. Hey, let's do a commercial. Did you see the New York State's commercial? I was going to maybe try to repackage theirs and get their footage, but we were able to create our own, and I think it's I think people like in other groups in other states are going to be inspired by what we put together. I mean, honestly, to the point where we could even repackage it and like help other states with their commercial with our footage and just make it like their state based. All that to be said. UOKCT.com. Please make a donation. If I have like maybe $3,000 to $5,000, it's going to take $3,000 to $5,000 more dollars to get on another news station. And that's just like one airing per hour of the news 3 times a day for like 6 or 7 days, or like 6 days. because the media is so expensive. There's a lot of advertisers during the special session, so I guess that the rates are a little bit high this week. If God, so we're just like, how can we get in on air and in front of people as quickly as possible before the voting or during the right now? So that's what we're doing. Your donation at uokct.com helps us have more funding to just make those moves as they come about. So please give. We'd like to raise another like $3,000, $3,000 to $5,000. That would be able to afford us being able to, like, if News Channel 3 or Channel 8 or any other news station that we can line up next in the next day or two comes along, which we think it might. The person who gave us the free ad said he was going to like kind of push one of these other stations that he's a valued customer at to help us get on the air. So it's going to be great, and that's what we're doing. What we're doing has to continue forward, no matter what is said and done, because not only can the legislature stop this whenever they want, all they got to do is vote no. They can even just veto the mask mandates for children, but so that's possible at any moment. And here's the other thing: you and I both know that the masks are placeholders for the VXs. We all know that. So if you don't like that, then, and you don't want that for your children, which I think, majority of parents are like, no, I don't think so, dude. No, thanks. It's over a majority of us. The technocrats want to make it think like we're bad humans because we don't want to give our children an experimental VX. But we're not. And we're just common sense people that can see statistics, risk management, and look at a site like CDC VAERS and say, yeah, I think we'll pass on this one. So, we got to keep standing strong, because I'm not taking no mandates for my kids anywhere for that thing ever. So we got to keep fighting on this. I mean, to the point where you're going to see this group start to include that focus very, very soon, like next week, as it comes here. So let's keep doing this mask issue, because it means the other issue as well. And that's been the MO since this started, and it's going to continue to be so. So that's what being part of the Unmask Our Kids CT movement means. It's going to be plus something else very, very soon. So we're going to keep going, and we're going to keep fighting. So thanks for listening. If you caught all this, again, just reminders. Sundays at Liberty Music Fest, it's free family. I've ordered like bubbles and coloring books and like Connect Four and cornhole and giant Jengas and stuff. So there's going to be some fun kids activities. It's going to be a great family-friendly concert in the park on Sunday, 12 to 5, Hubbard Park in Meriden, ctlibertyfest.com. Monday morning, 9 a.m. is Shutdown, Connecticut. Get out to the state capitol. Call it a your work. Call it a school. Come on down to the state capitol for the day on Monday, and let's make some noise while they're voting on this bill to renew the state of emergency. And then call and write your emails, and legislators, tell your friends to do the same. Focus on just the Democrats, because they're the ones that are maybe either voting yes or on the fence and need to hear from like 100 people per day, is what state representative told me. They need to get like 100 emails per day. If they're doing that, then maybe we got a shot. So let's keep going, everybody. Keep your eyes on ctliberty.org and ctliberty.org/events for more updates. Sign up for email updates while you're there on ctliberty.org. Make sure you're on the newsletters list. There's about 18,000 of us on the newsletter. That helps us in case something gets shut down. We're still on email. And then again, thanks again, and thanks for listening. Keep praying. Pray. If you're a praying person, pray, because I feel like God's saying we're going to see a miracle and we're going to see a victory. And I believe he's saying pray for a miracle, because I believe there's a miracle possible here, something that nobody foresaw could happen. So let's act as if and walk in faith, and keep doing what God's put in front of us to do. God bless you guys. Have a good rest of your day.